a video in regards, but I wanted to go live because basically I wanted to talk about the embarrassing display of behavior from both Shannon Sharpe and the Memphis Grizzlies. At the end of the day, listen, I will say this, and I'll say this time and time again. For all intents and purposes, I always side with the player. Trash talking is part of the game. As long as the spectator doesn't get disrespectful, where he starts talking about your family, your mom, and your kids, and start calling you, very derogatory names, certain names that they don't have no business calling you, then by all means, he should be escorted off the premises. But everybody knows Shannon Sharpe is a diehard LeBron fan. He's a LeBronian. But at the end of the day, I just got to keep it a buck. Ja Morant, his dad, I don't care. They shouldn't even be sitting up there arguing. And then, of course, I know Steven Adams, but Ja Morant and Dan Brooks, at the end of the day, primarily it was brothers. And we got to stop doing this stuff. It's just absurd. It's just absurd to see that kind of display of behavior. And it's embarrassing to where you had to have security come and separate everybody, and you just got to keep it a buck. They had no business coming at Shannon Sharpe like that. I know Shannon Sharpe is going to explain what happened on Monday, but at the end of the day, it's embarrassing. And I don't want to hear about, what happens at hockey games and all that. Yeah, it does. But we're not talking about a hockey game. We're talking about what happened at a basketball game. To me, and Ja Morant then kind of been doing some ridiculous stuff anyway. To me, they should probably be fine, and they probably are going to be fine. And at the end of the day, they should be warned if they do this again, they should be suspended for one game. Okay? Like I said, I understand emotion and testosterone and all that. I understand that. But to sit up there and get to the point to where you had to be separated, Brooks should have been ignoring Shannon Sharpe. He should have been like, man, whatever, man. And I know sometimes you have those moments, but sometimes you can't let, you know what I'm saying? You can't let those moments get the best of you, because at the end of the day, now guess what's happening? Everybody's watching this and seeing what happens, seeing the spectacle. And then guess what? They're forming a opinion of us. We're not allowed. We're not allowed to make mistakes. We have to be perfect. We're not allowed to be human. So now everybody gonna have something to say. Who am I more disappointed in? At the end of the day, the Grizzlies, they need to cool it. It's not that serious. I mean, Shannon Sharpe embarrassed himself a little bit, but then he felt like he had to defend himself. And Shannon Sharpe is finding himself in the media, in the news a lot, and not for good intensive purposes. And I just got to keep it a buck. This got to stop happening. It's not really that serious. It's not that serious to be jawing back and forth. And Shannon Sharpe, he got to understand something. He's in the media. He's not a football player anymore. He's part of the media. Okay, he's part of mainstream media, where it's different for me and other people because I'm not mainstream, but Shannon Sharpe is mainstream media. And to sit up there with him arguing with Ja Morant's father and Steven Adams and Brooks and all them people, like, come on, man. But then at the same time, they shouldn't even had bothered responding to Shannon Sharpe. They know Shannon Sharpe is the analyst. It's different with fans, but you got black players arguing with a black analyst. Are you serious, man? Like, come on, man. It's something that I want to say really bad, but I got to be cool for right now. Just remember what Cat Williams said, never in the history of you know what of them. And that's exactly what we saw. Just in you know, just an embarrassing moment to see Shannon Sharpe, Ja Morant's father, Ja Morant, Steven Adams, even though Steven Adams is not a brother. Brooks is, Ja Morant, his father is. To see them having to be separated by security over a damn basketball game. I mean, Shannon Sharpe was just saying, hey, you can't guard LeBron and all that kind of stuff. Like, for real, man. Like I said, I understand it wholeheartedly. I understand it. You have fans, then you have the players. Now, what happened with Kyler Murray earlier this year, where basically, you know, he got slapped by a fan? That was, yeah. We already had the, you know, basketball in Detroit or in the Detroit area, but to see an analyst and players jawing at each other, that was an embarrassing moment for the community and for the culture. That was embarrassing to see something like that. And then, of course, you know, you doing that in you doing that at a basketball game that everybody gonna see. Everybody gonna have an opinion. You know what they gonna say? See, these dudes don't know how to. You know what I'm saying? Shannon Sharpe is 50 something years old. But anyway, I'll be back with more. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.